Jackie.
Great. Taking another stab at the question you've answered
Yeah.
several different ways, but I guess more simply, are we going to continue to hear the president in official events or on the campaign trail use the phrase threat to democracy specifically?
I want to be very clear. The president's always going to denounce violence, forcefully denounce it. He's always been against this throughout his career, throughout the last 4 years. We do not want to politicize this. It's unacceptable to do that. That's what the president has said. It is time to bring this country together, to bring American people together. That's what he wants to see. And so that's where I'm going to leave it. He wants to unite this country. And that is something that he's been saying since 2019.
It'd be really hard to do, though, if you're trying to make a shift away from what has been the platform of this administration, of his campaign, in that the view is that Trump and the MAGA Republican agenda is a threat to democracy. So how do you get that message across while bringing the temperature down? How is that phrasing going to be replaced? Is it going to be replaced?
Well, look, what I can say is this. We have our differences, and it's okay to have our differences. And it is okay to speak to someone's record, to speak to someone's character. That is the difference of, that is important to be able to do, to show, right, what the American people, what you're all about. We're just going to continue to denounce violence. It is important to do that, forcefully be against violence. Political violence has no place in America. It should not be. It does not have a place here. The president's going to continue to be very, very forceful about that. But we have a difference of agenda. That is the truth. That is the truth. And we're going to continue to speak to that difference, and the president's going to highlight his agenda.
Does the president view Trump's agenda as a threat to democracy?
Look, what I will say is right now we're not going to politicize what happened on Saturday. What happened on Saturday was horrific. It was. It was sick, as the president said. And we got to move forward in the way that we respect each other. That we don't have this type of discourse.
Can you bring us inside the room, though, in a way that you're asking to bring down the temperature and have people consider the language that they use in order to dial back where we're at? So how are those discussions going on inside? Is there reflecting on language that's been used? What example is the president setting for others?
Well, I think the president has set an example on Saturday. No, but we can't also discount what's happened in the past 3 days, right? We can't discount what the president did on Saturday, right? We can't. He spoke to the former president. He was briefed by his team. He addressed the American people the same night, right? Came back to D.C. Yesterday, he had another briefing with his team. Right after that briefing, he went into the Roosevelt Room, spoke to the American people, and then used the Oval Office, one of the most important tools to use, important places to give an important address to the American people in prime time on a Sunday. I think that's important. He wanted to make sure that the American people heard directly from him, from the President of the United States, and also wanted to lay out that we should be able to have differences. Violence shouldn't be a part of that, right? He wanted to lay that out and say we have to bring the temperature down. I feel like those 3 moments that we've seen in the last three days shows how the president is moving forward. It does. And it is lowering the temperature, saying violence has no part in our democracy in America, and saying it is okay to have differences. He also said that. He also said it's okay to have differences.